section. So take a look. Friends, in this class, I'll be creating this beautiful header which is containing this image, social media icons and hero text like name, designation, some text, animated button. So in this class, I'll be creating this. For creating this, we will use all the HTML5 markup, CSS3 and Bootstrap to make it responsive. Okay, so enough talking. Now let's get started. Right now I'm on the index page. Okay, so just after this closing header we will put some different selector and the class. So very first I'm putting main. This main selector will be containing class with the section. Okay, so here I am putting banner class with section. Okay, and then I'm creating div, giving a class to this like top fixed. This class is not existing anywhere. I'll be defining it later on. Right now I'm putting div flex because we have to put in the flex box container. That's why I'm putting div flex. Inside this div I'm just putting some info, basic info like number, email address. So here I'm putting label and this will be having the number and all. Right now again I'm gonna using here my Gmail account. Okay, so here I'm mentioning label again and giving a email address to it. So we have put two label. Right now just after this div I'm gonna putting some social media icon. You might have noticed I have put some icons at the very right side top corner. So for that I'm just creating a class here with a div called social. Inside this I am putting anchor link. Anchor link will be having all the icon. Okay, so here I am using font awesome icon. So for that I am putting I tag. This will be having font awesome class for the icon. Okay, so here I am mentioning Facebook. So we'll get Facebook icon there. Now we need 5 more icons like Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Behance. So just I have selected it pressing Ctrl plus D to duplicate it multiple times. Okay, only we'll change its class name and all will get done. Okay, here I am mentioning Twitter. So friends, I have added 6 different types of social media icon. If I show you in the browser, yep, you can see all are coming up right here. We are getting this and also the icons. It's not looking kind of cool. Don't worry, I'll be adjusting it right here at the top. Okay, we'll be doing that. First, I have to create the simple markup. Okay. Now we'll put some container and that container will be having all the hero text like name, designation, some text and the animated button. Okay, so we'll be doing that right now just after this div. Just after this div I'm gonna putting a container. This container will be having the bootstrap class called row, and inside this also I'm putting full screen class which is not existing in any library. Later on I'll be styling in the style.css. Right now I'm putting predefined class called align items center. This class is existing in the bootstrap library, okay, for aligning the things. Now I'm putting some column like col lg7. Inside this I'm gonna putting some custom class called box. Inside this also I'm putting heading tag like h6. This will be having some name. Hello, my name is, and also I'm gonna taking some another heading tag like h1. This will be having the name. Okay, so we have put some heading tag. Right now I'm gonna putting some p tag for the dummy text. Okay, so this will be having some class called lead. Okay, now inside this I'm putting some designation. Okay, so it's very easy. Friends, if I show you then we'll get all the name there. Okay, right now again I'm taking p tag one more time with different class name called description or disk. Okay, inside this I'm putting dummy text of 30 words. So here I have mentioned lorem and the word count like 30, and hitting the tab it will get expanded beautifully. Okay, Now we need some button. So just after this p tag, I'm gonna adding some button. Okay, so here I'm putting btn bar. This is the class name. Okay, inside this I'm putting anchor link. Anchor link will be having the name of the button like download CV. Okay, if I show you, yep, friends, we are getting the text and all the things. It's not looking kind of cool. Don't worry, I'll be working for this in the style.css. This time we have to put some image here. Okay, so for that we'll do it right now. Coming back to the bracket, and just after the closing section div, what I'm doing, I'm putting another class. Okay, let me arrange it beautifully. Just before to this div, I am gonna adding some class called me, or you can put any class name whatever you prefer the most. Inside this I am putting inlining a style. So here I am mentioning a style. This will be having some background image, obviously background image. This will be having some URL, and now I'm gonna locating my image. Okay, so here I'm just putting the image name, that is 9.png. If I show in the browser, then definitely we'll get the image there. Yep, but it's not coming here. Okay, don't worry, I'll be styling in the style.css. Okay, so this time we have to work for the styling to style it nicely. Very first I'll be styling this class called banner, then I'll be going for the top fixed, then info. Okay, so let's do. Coming back to the style.css, very first I'm going to the down here and mentioning the class called banner. This will be having some basic property like position, relative, and also I'm gonna adding some overflow to this like hidden. Okay, now we need to add some background to the banner. Okay, so here what I'm doing, I'm mentioning banner and I am using here pseudo property like after. Friends, you might have noticed in the older file we are getting some background here. See here, this is the circular shape which is getting some dark color. So for that I'm gonna putting some color there in the after property which is from the pseudo. Okay, here I am putting very first content. Position should be absolute, right will be -20 VH, bottom should be -20 VH obviously, and again I'm gonna adding some width to it like 120 VH, height again the same, border radius 50%, and again I'm gonna adding some background to this like I'm using here RGBA value, red, green, blue, alpha, because we need some transparency there. That's why I'm putting here. Okay, now I'm gonna adding Z index like -1. Okay, friends, you can see we are getting here. It's kind of looking weird. Don't worry, I'll be making it fixed. Okay, now I'm working for this top fixed which is containing the number and email address. Okay, so let's do. Here I'm mentioning class top fixed. This will be having some position like absolute. Padding should be 30 pixel from top to right, and bottom to left will be 50 pixel and left will be 0. Here I am putting TRBL, top, right, bottom and left. Okay, putting top value 0, left will be 0 obviously, and again I'm putting right 0, Z index should be 1. Okay, friends, this time we have to work for the different class. Okay, so you can see we have a class here info. Okay, we have info already available. If I show you in the browser, as you can see, this is coming right here. We have to adjust it here. Okay, so this is available inside the class called image, not image actually. We have class called info. Info is containing this two levels. Okay, so I'm just coming back to the style.css. Right now I'm putting info. This will be having some margin left property something around 195 pixel. Okay, and also I'm targeting the label. So again I'm mentioning info has label. Okay, info has label tag. So now I'm putting margin 0, color should be white, and Again, I'm putting font weight to this like 400 obviously, and also I'm gonna adding some font size to this like 14 pixel. If I show in the browser, then we'll get the label adjusted beautifully. See here, we are getting the label coming up, but it is getting too much less gap. It is coming by touching one another, so we have to put some gapping in between these two labels. For that, we have a specific tag, that is label. Right now I'm just showing you, you can see we have label 2 times available. So right now I have to put some gapping in between this label to this label. So what the code will be? Code will be .info label plus label.